When I was in El Salvador, I was able to see how Augsburg College lives out its mission statement outside of the place here. I was able to do this with 19 other students, or 19 other people, I forget the number. But I was able to practice our critical and active thinking there in El Salvador. And the crazy thing is, before signing up for this class, I knew nothing about the injustice and even the civil war that happened in El Salvador. And I also wasn't the only individual that was in that mindset before signing up for the class as well. There in El Salvador, my classmates and I, we were able to learn about certain factors that led up to the Civil War by listening to a presentation on the Salvadoran history. Furthermore, we were able to learn about the current state of El Salvador, and we did it when we met with two politicians, when we listened to testimonies from individuals that experienced the suffering of the war, and then we saw museums and churches that gave us more knowledge on who Oscar Romero was. And we were able to analyze the systems found in El Salvador to acknowledge the ways that the systems suppress or empower the Salvadorans. After gaining this new knowledge in El Salvador, I had that weird, heavy sinking and anxiety that made me recognize that it was impossible to re-enter that ignorance I lived in before the trip. And I was kind of frustrated with what I was learning because I missed the bliss of what's known as ignorance. Now my classmates and I have to remember about the Civil War that happened in El Salvador. We have to remember the injustice that occurred to the individuals there, but we can also remember the solidarity we were able to have with the survivors. We can remember our drive to gain more knowledge, and we also have to remember Oscar Romero, the man who rejected ignorance. He was a man who was a voice of love and liberty for the oppressed. After this time, we will all continue on with our lives. The testimony shared today may resonate with everyone for the next couple hours, for the next week, if not just for today. Then you may forget about Romero's assassination that happened 35 years ago on this day. But I want to stress that Romero needs to be recognized and remembered for his work in El Salvador, just when he accompanied the repressed, and his legacy still continues to today. By the impact of his words and the message that continues to make the religious and non-religious in the world to not just be good people, but to become citizens that are more critical in their thoughts, defiant against the injustices in the world, analytical about the systems that we all live in, and to make certain that everyone receives